So today is the prize pack preview for month 4 of the Attack Wing Organized Play event, and I am super stoked about this pack. First of all, before we go into it, I'm going to go through all the cards. I know last video everyone was asking me for all the cards. I'm going to take pictures of any of the cards that I got from last month's pack and throw them on my Tumblr, and I'm going to do the same for this month's pack as well. So if you think that I might have missed something, all the cards will be on my Tumblr. I will put the link down below so you can check them out there. I'll also make a point to post them on Board Game Geek as well so that everyone has a chance to take a peek of that if you're on BGG. Now, let's get rolling. I want to say before we start talking about the prize pack, though, that before you even look at the prize ship, you need to go and watch Season 5, Episode 1 of TNG. And that is called Redemption Part 2. And it is so excellent. It is, like, so totally Trek at, like, its best. It actually reminds me a lot of, like, what the starter set pack would have been. Like, it's Federation, it's Klingon, it's Romulan, and it's like diplomatic, you know, issues of intergalactic politics, as well as like action and fighting scenes, and like just really great stuff. It's true and it's awesome, and it is the foundation from which the prize pack ship was made, and that is the Sutherland. This is the Nebula class ship they're including this month. It actually resembles, in terms of its stats, like some of the Cardassian ships right now. 4 hull, 4 shield, 4 hull, 4 shield, 4 attack, 1 evade. That's for the named version. For the generic version, of course, -1 shields. But the ability on this ship is actually pretty great too. If you are shooting at a ship at range band 3, you get to re-roll your dice. And I believe, yeah, that's just an ability. It's not an action. So you do it all the time. And that's really great. For 26 points, the named version is such a bargain. 2 extra points for an extra shield, and that ability is just, it's pretty freaking awesome. And I also love this ship because it's got, like, you know, you Federation players are so spoiled. I'm going to say this now. You Federation players are super spoiled because you get, like, tons of slots for lots of upgrades and lots of crew and all that stuff. You get 2 crew, 2 weapons, and 1 tech engineering upgrade. So, like, super awesome ship. And the captain card is, like, totally equally noteworthy. It is Data. And Data from, like, Captain something Redemption Part 2, which is so good because his ability is, okay, it's so fluffy. Now, if you're not a war gamer, not accustomed to the term fluff and crunch, fluff describes, like, backstory and history and narrative and stuff that, like creates immersion of play. Crunch is, like, the stuff that makes the game kind of fun. The game itself, the strategy and the generalship and the combinations in the cards, that sort of stuff. The Data card is totally a fluff nutter's dream. It is a fluff card. It is totally based off of the episode, and that's kind of why I love it. So the action with Data, who is to disable one of your crew and one of your weapon upgrades, and you target all the cloaks with all the cloaked ships within range band 1 to 3, and you turn their tokens over to red, which is like their cloak tokens over to red, which is, like, so awesome because that's what he does in the episode. He decloaks all the freaking ships. He finds you, Mo, and it's awesome. So that is what Data does. Super awesome, super fluffy. From a crunch standpoint, it's really expensive. It's a really expensive ability because you're not just buying Data, you're also buying a crew upgrade and a tech upgrade to support this ability, and you don't really get to use them. It's not like Picard where you can, like, woo, I flip this and I use this action here, I use this action here, and we're good to go again. All of a sudden everything's able and free, and you get all these free actions that stack up, especially with, like, the flagship cards as well. You get that free action as well. This, you don't get that. You don't get that with Data, so you have to buy this extra stuff. What you do get with Data, however, is a 2-point captain at Captain Skill 4 who gets an elite upgrade slot, which there's no one out there that is that cheap that gives you that slot. So even if you're spending 2 points for an elite upgrade slot, it is totally worth it. Totally worth it. And the elite upgrade that comes in this prize pack is also freaking, like, it's freaking awesome. Totally fluffy, again, totally fluffy, but this time it's got a lot of crunch too. It's the Disobey Orders card. The Disobey Orders card lets you discard an evade, a scan, or a battle station. Like, you discard the card at any point. So that could be after your opponent rolls a dice, or you roll a dice, or you want to take a reroll, or whatever. You can discard this card at any point and switch your token that happens to be either an evade, a battle stations, or a scan to an evade, a battle stations, or a scan. Whatever combination you want to switch it to. And it's a 2-point elite upgrade. And it is, like, how many times have you played a game where you're just like, I made the wrong move. Now my ship's gonna freaking die. It's gone. Gosh darn. This is that card that you just, like, you like to have in your back pocket. And I think, like, a lot of the prize ships have had one of those cards. Like, month 2's Bird of Prey, for example, had the Incha card, which gave you, like, a free move. Like, just go ahead, move. You messed that up, go ahead, move. Which was awesome, but it was like 5 points. This thing, for 2 points, it seems kind of like a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you take it? And yeah, so I would totally take it. The other thing you get in terms of crew on the ship, on the Sutherland, is Commander Christopher Hobson, who is, like, the embodiment of the total racist jerk. He's like totally racist. And I think there's a little bit of that racism going on in Star Trek all the time, but, like, you know, Hobson actually like, who wants a bullion to be a ship counselor? Who says a Klingon is good at, you know, accounting, or whatever he says. It's totally stupid. But it's kind of rampant. That whole sentiment I find kind of rampant because, you know, when you're in the Star Trek universe, it's like, what do you mean you're a Frankie who doesn't want to pursue profit? You're crazy! Or, you know, that whole sentiment is kind of, it's common. You see it in the episodes. It's common. But, I don't know, I think that his ability is just super good, though. As much as he's a total dickhead on the show, and he totally is, you just hate him, because he's like, I don't think androids should ever be captains. And, you know, it's not like Data was, like, really, like, the sympathetic, inspiring captain, you know, Picard is. He's just a big, you know, hard ass. Essentially, it's like if you were a really good EXO who just rose to the rank. That's totally what Data was. You know, that's fine. Doesn't mean he's a bad captain. Hobson, don't be a jerk. But his action is pretty awesome. You get +1 attack when you attack cloaked ships, and you know, when you're just throwing enough dice out there, and you start stacking abilities, throwing on an extra, I don't know, let's just pick a guy who ups your attacks, like Scotty. You throw Scotty on a ship with this ability, all of a sudden you're rolling like 5 or 6 dice, and that's a lot. That's a lot of dice. And you know, he's a 4-point crew. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. The value's okay. But with this ship, you also get, like, a really awesome weapon, and that weapon is the secondary torpedo launcher. So I haven't collected all the Federation ships, honestly. Like, the Federation fleet is like my secondary army. I really have heavily focused on Klingons. So when it comes to, like, their stuff, I don't know if this is replicated, but I have a feeling it's not. And the secondary torpedo launcher is, you discard this weapon, or you discard a target lock to make the attack with your torpedo launcher, as if it were like any other torpedo launcher. If you've already fired another torpedo at an enemy ship in your forward firing arc this round, you may use this weapon to make a secondary attack at that ship at -1 attack dice. So it's 3 attacks, and you do not need to spend a second target lock to make this attack. So all of a sudden, it gets a little more interesting too, especially if you're shooting, like, at range band 3, for example, using the Sutherland's ability, which lets you, like, you know, reroll your dice again. All of a sudden, this doesn't seem like such a bad idea, because even at range band 3, they're not getting the bonus to evade. because it's a secondary weapon, not a primary weapon. That's pretty awesome. But like, I can see this being really interesting and really useful. It's only 4 points, and you don't get like the benefits of like actual like quantum or photon torpedoes. So, whatever. But being able to throw that secondary attack out there without a target lock, and you get that reroll, your dice will roll better than if they had like a +1. So I'm really interested in seeing the combinations with this particular card. Also, you get a tech upgrade, which is the high energy sensor sweep, which is an ability, 5 points. After you move, you may disable one of your active shields to perform a free scan action. And that is so Federation. It's so typical of Federation. Like, shields are like mana to them. They just spend it and then they regenerate it. They spend it and they regenerate it, or whatever. So I'm not particularly concerned about it. I don't know how many people will play it. If you're one of those people, let me know in the comments. I think I'd be interested to see how you'd build the combinations up. Mind you, like I mentioned in a previous video, I play and my whole group that I play, this whole geographic area, a lot of the miniature wargamers picked up this game. So we come from a mini wargaming background where you pick your fleet, and that is your fleet. So things are true within that fleet. You don't play faction penalties unless you have like independence, which you don't have ships for. So you throw those things on there, paying the faction penalty. But other than that, you play true. You play true. You play true. So that, like, I can only speak to the combinations within like a faction, and I think that the game devs designed the game that way, and you really see it in the characters of the whole ship, fleets, and what is common with that. And it's even made more common with the participation prize, which is fleet flagship cards, which are freaking awesome. Now, if you went to last month's OP event, you got a set of bases that matched color to what you wanted them to be. I love those bases so much. I love them so much. They're so beautiful and they're so good. And you got 4. And with the flagship cards, you also get 1 black one, which denotes your flagship. And it looks so baller. Oh my god, so baller. But anyways, the flagship is basically their cards. They're 2-sided. One side has a faction ability, the other side is like an independent, and the independent mimics the faction ability in terms of upgrading the stats of that ship. So if you have I've got the Federation card now. The Federation card increases all of the ship's stats by 1, except for their evade stat. So you can kind of see how that kind of skew in terms of all the ships goes throughout the entire faction, and the fact that the flagship also like emphasizes that kind of reiterates in my mind that the game was meant to be played pure. But these flagship cards are amazing. Now the independent side does the same thing, the same stats on the back side, but the abilities are different. So for the Federation ability, it is when defending, all other friendly Federation ships within range band 1 or 2 of your flagship, you can choose any number of their defense dice and reroll them once. And it actually has a little battle station token. The battle station token, like, indicator says that if you have this ability action on your ship, you get this thing for free. So if you're playing true, you can only play, say, the Federation one. You can only play the Federation one if you're playing you can only put the Federation ship on this card. So it totally works. It's 10 points. All the flagship cards are 10 points. Even the independent ones, which don't have a faction penalty, and they're great. Now the independent version gives you an evade if you don't have evade on your action bar, which I don't know if any ships actually do. But that ability is, after your flagship moves, you may target one other friendly ship within range 1 of your flagship. Target ship immediately performs a second action on its action bar as a free action this round, which is, again, very cool. And when you stack that ability with the other stuff you get out there, it's pretty amazing. Like, I think the Federation, like, you'd be foolish not to put Picard on your flagship. Honestly, you'd be foolish not to, because all of a sudden you're putting out all sorts of amazing abilities on that ship. Mind you, you're looking at like a freaking, it's so easy to go like Picard on your ship and have like a 60 60-point ship. I recognize how easy it is, but like it's so amazing. His abilities are amazing. Similarly, the Romulan ability, the Romulan card, +1 to everything except for hull. When attacking, all other friendly Romulan ships within range 1 or 2 of your flagship may choose any number of their attack die and reroll them once. And you get a free sensor echo on that card. On the back side, the independent version, when defending all other friendly ships within range 1 of your flagship, gain +1 defense dice. For Klingons, when you're attacking, all other friendly Klingon ships within range 1 or 2 of your flagship may convert one blank result into a hit, and you get a free cloak. And all your stats go up by 1 except for your shields, of course. Come on, Klingons, who needs shields? And flagship independent on the backside, which, same stats except for shields. All friendly ships within range 1 of your flagship gain +1 attack dice when attacking range 2 or 3. You get a free scan. Which, if you're aiming to be attacking, that's great. Dominion players, when 3 of you. When defending, all other friendly Dominion ships within range 1 or 2 of your flagship may convert a blank result into an evade. You get a free scan. Everything, all your stats go up except for your attacks. And in the independent version of that is, when your flagship moves, you may target one other flagship within range 1 of your flagship. Target ship immediately performs an extra white or green maneuver, and you get a free lock-on. Or you get a lock-on on your bar, which if you don't have it, that's kind of a bit of a boon. I think you can see the skew of all the factions with these cards, and I've ran some of these these flagship cards with my faction lists, and they are awesome. They're so awesome, and what I like about them is that they are excellent no matter what faction you're playing, if you're talking about prizes. Now, the faction, it's not so the last month's reinforcement sideboard was really great if you played, an option-heavy fleet. So, Federation, if you played Federation, it's terrific. But it wasn't so great if you played, Dominion, right? These cards, they benefit everyone. And they benefit everyone in a unique way, and they add a really great spin-in dynamic to it. I realized when I was playing it, though, that I had to remember I had these abilities, so that's something you will struggle with. Make sure you, write on your hand or put elastic on your wrist to remind yourself, hey, I've got, abilities on my flagship, and those abilities, if I've got them on my actual ship, that action bar, if I'm playing the faction side, I get free. I get to cloak for free. Klingon players, I get to cloak for free. Because I was terrible at remembering them. Now, that was this month. If you have questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like these videos, let me know in the comments below too. I really enjoy making them. I like looking at the stuff and throwing my 2 cents in there because I can't help but editorialize everything. Also, I am going to be putting out my second tutorial. I know it's been forever. I just been busy, guys. When you play a lot of games, all of a sudden you have less time to talk to yourself or a camera and actually edit this stuff down. So I am this is the proof. Here's the proof. I'm painting this thing, and I'm gonna throw up that tutorial in the next week or so once I finish editing it, which means that I'm looking for another ship to paint. So I'm gonna throw up a toss-up between the Disobey ship that comes in the starter pack, so you can either choose that, or I'm going to pick one of the Dominion ships. So if you want to see me paint a Disobey, let me know in the comments below, or if you want me to see me paint a Cardassian ship, or a Green ship, or even the new Jemadar ship, which is just it looks pretty good, all things said and done. I'm gonna say that. But if you want me to do something with one of those ships, let me know, please. I would love to, I'd love to make something that you guys want to watch. Anyways, that is me for this week. Don't forget to like this video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. I will be making lots and lots and lots and lots more Attack Wing videos, because I love this game. Also, I will also be making a quick summary of what my experience was for this last month, month 3, in terms of like what I thought of the scenario and how I liked it. Which, you know, I'm not sure if you watched the last one I made. I like this one so much more. I thought it was really fun. I love this scenario. I love the scenario. So that's my quick hint. But check that out too. That'll be coming in the next couple weeks. And until next time, I will see you soon.